Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Faith Adama, your Percy, your body of life, anything. So guys, I'm here with a banger video. I'm here to do the review of Anikulapo. Guys, don't mind, I'm just being silly. Guys, this movie is a banger. This movie is amazing. This movie is number one Netflix deserving. Beautiful characters, from the script to the characters to the set to the even the makeup. Guys, come and see the tribal marks look like I could touch and feel them. Amazing movie. I know that Kunle Afolayan is not getting his flowers. He's an amazing producer. From October 1st to Citation to Figuring, he gives us back to back. That man is awesome. That man is amazing. This movie had like Bimbo Ademoye, Kunle Remi, Shola Sobowale, Mr. Macaroni. This movie just was just epic. Mr. Macaroni acted that scene so well. I couldn't like believe he was the one. He was so serious. We used to see him, the freaky daddy. Now just seeing the actor, like he's an amazing actor. I give it to him. This movie was just awesome, guys. And the name of this movie is Anikulapo. And this movie it's not one to miss. It's not one to miss. So what is this movie about, guys? Pause before we continue. Please now, go and subscribe. Please. It's just 1 second. Just press that bell icon. So guys, what's this movie about? This movie is about um okay, an Ashwevi weaver, popularly known as an Ashoke weaver. His name is Saro. He, traveled. He was a visitor. He came in as in he looked like he had lost his way. Sorry to say, he looked like he was um escaping from his previous town, and then he sails, he walks, he gets into this town, and coincidentally he visits during a festival. He meets Shola Sobowale. Sorry guys, you guys have to do this thing. Okay, so he meets her and she gets attracted to him. Now she sees a fine looking young man, looking all good. So she hired him as a porter in her. She had this clay place, like where they mold clay. I don't know what it's called, but like she had this place going on in the village. She hired him. She hired Saro, and then she turned into his sugar mommy. So at night, Saro would sneak into her room. They would do some things. He was just there shy. He was like, and she began to show favoritism. I remember the time Mr. Macaroni warned him about, oh, this your relationship with this woman. This woman is always like this, so you have to be careful with her. Blah blah blah. So she sure loved him. She sure showed him all the love there is to show, and she used to give him extra food. Like when she's feeding her laborers, she would just feed him like a king. She was treating him because she was actually in love with him, so she was treating him like a king. So guys, I'm not going to finish this movie because I want you to watch it. I want you to watch this movie. So I'm just going to give you the very fair like summary of what this movie is about. So she loved him and he loved her. Meanwhile, in the palace in Oyele town, there's a beautiful lady, very beautiful, young wife, Arolake. Arolake, sorry, pronunciation, but just take that. So Arolake was the king's favorite wife, obviously, because she was the youngest wife and she was the most available wife. She didn't have children. The other three wives had children. So like when like they take care of the children, normally they'll be stressed. The king always found stress in her place. He always goes to her for comfort. He always goes to her to, relax. She was his favorite. She was his steady. Like he needs to joke with her. So one day she was just walking and then she met Saro, and one or two things happened. They started having an affair. So Saro was in between his sugar mommy and his queen. See, that's Saro in this movie. Saro's life. Ah, Saro no dey hear words. Kai! No, no, no. That character in this movie, he did a lot of mishap. But let's keep going. I'll keep telling you guys now. I'm here to gist you guys about everything in the movie. So that's how Saro was in between deaths. Because how can you be dating the king's wife? Like you are working in a dead zone. Like you are calling death, death, come, 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 come. So yeah, he was dating her. He was having an affair with her. And then one day, one night when she was going as usual, she did not realize that Princess Omaomi, that's one the king's first wife's daughter, who was also in love, a crush, like she was crushing on Saro, Loki. She loved him so much. So she sneaked behind Bimbo Arolake, and then she went and caught them. So she went to her room, Lake's room, to wait for her that she should come back. The first time she saw her sneak out, she asked her where she was going, where was she going to? She said she had gone to see her love at the moon. That was her nickname for Saru. So she said, oh, so that's the lover you went to see. You know, I love him, blah, blah, blah. They had that issue. They had that back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. She went and snitched on them. When Bimbo, that is Arolake, had noticed that ah, they don't cast, she now packed her herself. She didn't pack her bag, she was actually empty. She ran away, and then they caught Saru, and you know, they killed him. They killed Saru, destroyed him. Mm, mm. But God, being a God of second chance, sent a mystical bird to give him another life. You would think, I'm sorry, I'll skip that. I'll jump because you would think the second life he will utilize it now. He will stay away from women. See, I don't even know what to say to Saru. You would think he will use his brain, but and stay away from women and just use his head and focus on his life, bah, and his life goals. He did not do that. He did not do that. Women wanted to kill him. So the bed saved him, and something fell out of the bed. Yeah, and Bimbo Arolake picked it up and hid it. But she did not tell Sarah at the time because he was like injured. If the youth had, his eyes were swollen, he could hardly see. One eye was gone safe. And then this bed renewed his life, and then she helped him. They started walking in the desert. God, come and see hills and valleys through the rivers. Love. I tell you that who they love, you will not believe me. So they walked, they went through the thick and the thin together. They were walking and walking, and mm, they found a village, a very small village. Because no, not that they found the village actually, it was a hunter was going to hunt, and then he found them and then took them to the village. The name of the village is Ilu Ojomo. Ilu Ojumo. Please, sorry, my pronunciation is haywire. So, um, when they got to the village, the hunter had saved them. They slept over with him. The next morning, when they got to the village, they met that the hunter's son had died. So hunter's son has died now. So Bimbo just looked at Arolake. She looked and said, okay, this might be an opportunity for us to make it big. If we resurrect the hunter's son, maybe no, women are very calculative, so she just planned it. And then she gave him the portion that fell from the bed that could resurrect people, and he used it and resurrected the hunter's son. And then the whole village ran away. Now, when someone dies and like you wake the person up, everybody ran away back up, told the king summoned him, like that, started resurrecting people, and then he became a very rich man. See, the thing is that I still don't understand why Arolake gave him the portion and she did not use herself. That's why I say, nah, Momo, they love. People understand that I am going. What love can make you do? Love can make you do stupid things. If it was like in her senses without love or affection towards him, she would have just used that she'll be the star girl, yeah. But she gave him the glory. She gave him the thing to use. And then when he became rich, hmm, he had servants, he had horses, he became like the second strongest man, even stronger than the chief priest of the town at the time, because the chief priest obviously could not resurrect people. He could resurrect like old people and young people. So it brought honor to him. Like people really wanted his help. People really wanted him to um help them wake up and stuff like that and resurrect their loved ones and stuff like that. So mm, he became powerful and it got into his head. He slept with Arolake's slave or more one. Wait, though, I'm not even surprised that he slept with her. Obviously, if he could sleep with the king's wife, he could sleep with anything. He did not have control. He could sleep with anything. So me, I'm not even surprised that he slept with the maid. That one did not shock me. He slept with the maid. She got pregnant. He now married her as the second wife. And you, the stupid maid, the person that she was caring, loving, started to show her pepper. Turned to, in Hausa we call it Kishia. She turned to a rival, and then she started to show her pepper. Hmm, my people, you would think that is the end, but he now married another wife again. And this man, ba, I don't even know what happens to him. Like I don't know what is wrong with him. When he married the new wife, he told the new wife all Arolake's secrets, how she ran away from like the village because she had like a little break in transmission when I'm back. So he told his new wife everything about Arolake, how she was caught having an affair, how she ran away, blah blah blah. He told her everything. One day they were having a fight and she mentioned it and Arolake had it too. You knew I was you knew that I'm wanted, like sorry, rather I'm wanted. You know that I'm wanted where I am coming from, and you know that you were the cause of that, and you revealed it to this lady. What if she snitches? What if she finds someone that comes from that same village and tells them this, and then I get into trouble? What will happen? So the maltreatment was becoming too much for Arolake, and she now decided to pay him back with his own coin because he slapped her when she challenged him. He became abusive. His wives were abusive towards her. She became, from the first wife, she became like the slave. The children, she had like an issue with childbearing. Previously, when she was in the king's palace, her fellow wives used to mock about how she could not like give birth to a child and stuff like that. And then his wife now used it against her. Oh, you that you cannot be a child, don't touch my child and that. So it just got to the woman sha. One day she just packed her bags and left. This sack, hmm, guys, hmm, this Saro did not look for his wife. Oh, hmm. He did not look like Saro did not look for his wife. Saro did not look for his wife. Guys, you not believe it. Saro did not look for his wife. He was so, when they just told him that she has gone, he said, she has gone to where? Continue eating his food. He didn't place so much relevance on her. He didn't care where she was. So the heir to the throne of Ilujumo, Ilu Ojumo, the heir to the throne of Ilu Olujumo, died. And as per, he was the resurrector now. He's the one that always resurrects people. They contacted him. The king told him that anything he wanted, he should tell him that he should just resurrect his son. He wanted to see his son, and like that. This man, these are him and women. I don't know. It's like they bury his placenta where women are. Because him and women, his weak points in this movie were like women. Like he could not control himself. He said he would resurrect the prince if they gave him the princess as a wife. That is like to be his fourth wife. So they were like, okay, resurrect now. Let's see. At first the king was angry and reluctant because that's like his beautiful daughter and he loved her so much. So at the end of the day, the king was like, okay, resurrect. this time. Because if that boy dies, I won't have like a heir to the throne. I won't have anybody to take over the throne. Like he just really just wanted his son back here. So they agreed. Hey, uncle resurrect now. Uncle try. Did not wake up. Uncle did not know that Lake, permit me to call her Lake, Lake had um thrown the power of his gong, his small gong, something like that. So he was now powerless. You know what next now? The bird came back and took his life because he had a second chance to life and he misused it. Now, let me just take some lessons that I learned personally from this movie. See, you see someone that knows your secret, you should value someone that knows your secret because they can decide to ruin you. People that know the source of your success can ruin you. That is why relationships are very important. Like you have to place value on relationships because you are in a place of power or a place of wealth does not mean you should dismiss the people that you started up with. Honor men, like people that you started with as important as people that you meet on your way up. So you have to honor people. You have to hold people highly. Like you have to think highly of people rather. You have to like it's something that comes with the package. You cannot say because you are not up there you discriminate the people that were there for you when nobody was. It's all shades of wrong, guys. It's all shades of wrong. And the lesson I learned is like don't let wealth get into your head. Don't let health get sorry wealth get don't let wealth get into your head. It's wrong. Like you need to have control. You have to have self-control. That's the third point. When it comes to like women and men, like you have to have self-control. You have to know no go areas. Like you cannot sleep with he slept with her slave. He still wanted the princess. Like he didn't have control over his humanizing. Like he didn't control. All of us have weaknesses. So you need to control your weakness. You need to know what your weakness is and also to control it, guys. Like it's very, very important. And thirdly, oh sorry, that should be my fourth point. Like my fourth point is see, just don't be like Sarah. I know Arolake had her fault. Like she was caught in infidelity, yeah, but she was loyal. Like when she went with him, she was ready to stay with him. She didn't run away. She didn't leave him to die. She when that bird saved him, she picked him up. She didn't leave without him. So she was kind of like loyal to him. So he owed her loyalty, but in turn, he did what he could do. He did worst. He betrayed her trust. He betrayed her love for him. He broke her heart. And then my last and final point is a happy wife is a happy life. Like when you treat one thing I realized about women is like when you treat them well, like good women, I know they are obviously bad, they're always bad and good people. But when you treat a good woman right, like she's always going to have your back. But when you treat her bad, you begin to bring ideas into her head. Like how Arulake thought of taking that thing away from him. Her heart must have gotten to a point where she could even have killed him because she literally killed him. Taking that thing like killing him. And when he was doing all those things to her, he didn't realize that he was hurting her that much. So you have to be careful because you may make decisions. I feel like okay, so what can you do? Just be good so that when eventually trouble comes, it won't be because you deserved it to be like okay he doesn't actually deserve this or something, but when it happens to Arumi, I was like it's good for him, like in my head. So guys, you need to watch that movie. It's on Netflix. I would um well, I can't leave a link to my account actually, but okay, I would encourage you to watch it. It's a very, very good movie. Like it deserves an award. I was surprised when Kule Afolayan tweeted that the Nigerian Oscars committee did not think it did. It did. It does. It still does. It deserves all the accolades. It deserves an award. It deserves the fact that it's trending. It's number one on Netflix Nigeria. It deserves it. It's a very lovely movie, guys. Okay, so guys, I'll try to make more reviews of movies like I love to watch movies like this. I'll try and review more movies for you guys, or try to bring more content. I know that I will not have like a schedule or anything, but whenever I can, guys, I'll be sure to drop one or two things for you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share to your friends that would want to watch it. um don't forget to subscribe, please, guys, and turn on the bell notification. I need that subscription, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. There's a bell icon down below. Click on it to see when I drop a new video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys. One love. Peace out.